Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. Well, once again, it is the evening of the 10th. Court is over. Kind of cut off live streaming before it was over, and I was never able to get back in. I'm not sure what that was all about. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about what happened in court today. Today was a bombshell day, shocking information. I mean, really, my mouth was drawing down. And I've also got 2 other updates for you or stories for you. So let's just jump right in, okay? Let's go. We're going to start off this morning with some good news. Malala got married. I love this girl. I remember when Malala's mother yelled at Prince Harry because he put his arm around her and he was told to get his hands off of her. Yeah, I from that point on, I loved this woman. I loved her mother. Congratulations and all best wishes. She is a true activist. Yep. Okay, moving on. I found this on Twitter and thought it was so spot on. Meghan and Harry are always talking about compassion in action. Well, there's some compassion in action. Texting someone's dad that you've never even bothered to meet while he's recovering in the hospital from a heart attack so you can hurl abuse at him. Yeah, okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to review what happened in court today. Let's go. We started out in court today, and the first thing that happened was Meghan submitted a response to the court in response to this appeal over the letter. All right. And essentially her statement was that I didn't think my dad would do anything with the letter because it wouldn't make him look good. And everything I wrote in there was truthful. Then she said, let me just be clear, I didn't want this letter published. And I sent it, and the way I worded it was because I wanted to make sure that it was not manipulated or misleadingly edited. And if they did edit it somehow, the damage would be minimal. Then they released Knopf's statement to the court. And in the statement, Mr. Knopf said that Meghan said that she felt fantastic after writing that letter to her father and stated, quote, if he leaks it, that's on his conscience, but at least the world will know the truth. Words I could never voice publicly. That makes it sound like she wanted him to release it. Part of what I found interesting was when the attorney literally went line by line through her letter and showed the discrepancies and the way that she manipulated things. Let me give you some examples. It was pointed out that in the letter, she said, you told the press that you called me in the run-up to the wedding, and that's a lie. But what she forgot to mention was that they were texting back and forth. So she was manipulating it to look like her father wasn't communicating at all, when in fact, he was. She claimed she had called him 20 times. He wouldn't accept any help. He wouldn't accept, supposedly she sent somebody to the door to help him. He was already in the hospital by then. She claimed she was blindsided right up to the wedding. She had no clue what was happening. But yet there's a text from Thomas Markle where he said, heart surgery went well. Doctor won't let me fly. I'm so sorry I can't be there. I wish the best for you. But of course, she doesn't mention that in her letter. There is so much more. I couldn't possibly put it all in here, but there's a lot that they said they will discuss when it goes to trial. Now remember, Meghan's claiming that she knows nothing about the 5 friends who went to People magazine, but it came out in court today that on the day the magazine was published, she FaceTimed those friends. So even if she wasn't aware of it, once she realized that they had given misinformation to People magazine, she did nothing to correct it. So this text messages that Mr. Knopf released to the court, she actually asked him if she should call her father daddy so that it would pull at the heartstrings of the public when he leaks it, and asked if there was anything she wrote that would make her look bad as soon as he releases it. And in the final blow, Mr. Knopf handed over messages that show beyond a shadow of a doubt that Meghan had him briefing notes in advance of meeting with authors in relation to the story the Sun had about the wedding day tiara. In other words, people, she did deal with Omid Scobie and Finding Freedom. So Jason Knopf was getting information from Meghan and Harry, which he was then passing on to her friends, and those friends were talking to Omid Scobie. So that way, Harry and Meghan were able to say they were not interviewed by the authors of Finding Freedom, but yet they were able to pass all the information. This is all coming out in court. I'm just shocked. You know, I don't know about UK law, but in the United States, if you give a sworn statement that's proven to be a lie, even by word semantics, that's called perjury. You could be fined and go to jail for that. They perjured themselves. Now, caught in her own web of lies, and it's come out in court now that she perjured herself, she has now apologized to the court and said she forgot that she authorized Jason Knopf to give her information to the authors of Finding Freedom. And that, my friends, is how you show people what a liar you are. Their reputation, listen, reputation is everything. Credibility is everything. And even if this doesn't go to court at this point, they've shown themselves to be liars and manipulators of the truth to make themselves look better in the public realm. Nobody should believe a word that comes out of their mouths. And now we know that Harry was right in the middle of it. Oy vey. Okay, moving on. The information that you're looking at above was from Harry to Knopf about meeting the Finding Freedom authors. Harry said, "Are you planning on telling them what Meghan's been through for the last 2 years? The media onslaught, the cyberbullying on a different scale, puppeteering Thomas Markle. And even if they choose not to use it, they should hear what it was like from someone who was in the thick of it. So if you are planning on telling them, can I?" To which Jason Knopf says, "Well, of course you can." And Harry's like, "Oh, I just hope they report it properly." Yeah, Harry is as bad as Meghan. I didn't want to believe it, you guys. I really did not want to believe it, but it turns out he's as much of a jerk as she is. Here's a copy of the actual email trail, just in case you guys want to take a look at it for yourselves. Oh my God, what a tangled web we weave. Now, I wouldn't be able to close this video in good conscience without looking at Meghan's participation in that conversation yesterday about reaching economic and professional parity. And it was only for 30 minutes, and she didn't even talk for the full 30 minutes. But a lot of things that she said were, once again, out and out lies. I have to take a look. Let's go. The first thing that happened was she talked about how long it took for this case. My gosh, the case is just dragging on. Watch this.
These issues.
Yeah, well, you know, in terms of this, the appeal, I won the case, and this issue, frankly, has been going on when I had no children at all. Melody, I now have 2 children, as you know, so it's an arduous process, but again, it's just me standing up for what's right.
I have to say that recollections may vary, because one of the reasons why the case took so long was because Meghan's attorney requested a 9-month delay to the lawsuit. She kind of left that out. All right, moving on. Do you all remember this interview where Meghan said that the United States doesn't have tabloids and she doesn't know what they're talking about? Remember this?
Because the British tabloids will destroy your life. And I very naively, I'm American, we don't have that there. What are you talking about?
Obviously, she completely contradicts what she says in the next clip, because supposedly now she knows what the tabloids are. Watch this.
Well, firstly, I would urge you not to read tabloids, because I don't think that's healthy for anyone. Hopefully one day they come with a warning label like cigarettes do, like this is toxic for your mental health.
Dan Wooten had something to say about that statement about the tabloids and social media. Watch this.
Ridiculous. Meghan, you might remember, I certainly do, before she met Prince Harry, was absolutely desperate to get into the British tabloids. She even took out one of my close friends, who was a showbiz columnist at the time for the Sunday People newspaper, to brag that Ashley Cole, remember him, former footballer, was pursuing her just so she could get into the said tabloids. Meghan, I think you should come with a warning label.
Then she said that social media doesn't have like and dislike buttons. Yeah, okay, listen to this.
Vitriolic way, as opposed to if there was just a dislike button, wouldn't that hugely shift what you were putting out there? Because you could just like it or dislike it. Now you either like it or you have to say something negative.
Is it just me, or did she just come off as looking really, really stupid? Hello, there are like and dislike buttons. Here's my thought process. She wants the comment button removed so that you can only hit like or dislike and you're not allowed to make comments anymore. That's what I think she meant. Then she threw out one of her usual buzzwords. Remember these?
You don't have that ripple effect.
And that alone creates a ripple effect for your
The ripple effect.
That I think is having a ripple effect on women across.
Now, while Meghan was doing this with the CEO of a company, and she's also vice president of Starbucks, Melody Hobson, Meghan had said that mainstream media and social media platforms are no good. They're clickbait. They're damaging. We should get rid of them. This is what she was saying. But Melody Hobson actually said that mainstream media and social media platforms could help encourage young people. And she went against what Meghan said. That was a shocker. And this last little bit of information, I knew it, and how many times did I say it? They are not off of social media. Harry has a secret Twitter account. He's been using it to spy. He's looking for anything negative said about Meghan. I'm telling you, Meghan has this man so brain screwed. He thinks that everybody's after her. She's in constant danger. That's why you constantly hear about security, and look at what's happening to her. I'm telling you. Instead of him marrying somebody that would support him and bring out the best in him, somebody saw his weakness, married him, and is exploiting his mental health issues. It's just so sad. Okay. All right, it's Finn update time, and as you can see, they're getting closer and closer. This time, Finn jumped up on the bed after Toodles had already made herself comfortable, and she didn't get too close, but yeah, they're making progress. Slowly but surely, people. Slowly but surely. Oh my God, I am so ready to read your comments on this one. What do you think about the fact that Harry and Meghan's little card house is crumbling and they're being shown to be perjuring themselves in court? What do you think about Malala getting married? I think that's fabulous. And what do you think about the fact that Harry is on social media and he's been lying all this time? Don't forget to leave your comments below. You know you can follow me on Twitter. You know you can email me. If you have donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.